You don't know, you don't fully understand how disappointed I am. Hello girlies, and welcome back to another vlog. My name is Taylor, founder of NYGC, or Not Your Grandma's Crochet, and I'm currently working on my summer collection. This week I'm getting serious about figuring out these bikinis. I've been working on bags. We got bags done. We're making our way through clothes, but the bikinis need some airtime. Currently I have this triangle bikini top done like so. I am considering, it's currently just like a regular triangle bikini. It does slide, however, which was important to me. It means that you could wear like the tie in the front or the back. Yeah, it's pretty versatile, but I think to make it even more versatile, I think that I want to add like a strap that you can add on if you want, just to make this a like two-strap tie bikini sort of situation, as well as a halter. I want to look into making those two additional straps just to see if that's something that's worth my time. But in general, these cups are literally perfect. It's been quite a challenge to figure out making cups. I don't like the traditional way of crocheting. Bikini cups. This was from my summer 2021 bikini collection, whatever, and it's like that typical, like, I don't even know, I call it like a rainbow arched style of top. I just have never loved these, especially as a bigger chested girl. I just prefer this a lot better. Anywho, what I'm currently trying to figure out is the bikini bottom. This was one of the bottoms from my previous collection. It was just a standard low-waisted tie on the side situation. It does have elastic in it, that's why it's all scrunched. But this is the one that I'm currently working on. I started on this last summer, and this is the progress I've made. I'm thinking that I want to be kind of more like a V-cut sort of situation, hence why it's this weird shape. I just think it'll go with the top a lot better to have the V-cut. Anywho, let me try this on and let's figure it out. You won't be seeing me try it on, but I will be trying it on, and I'll come back with my ideas. The main issue I found with these is that they just don't sit on my hips quite the way that I would like them to be. So I grabbed these bikini bottoms. These are probably the best fitting bikini bottoms that I own. They're like, I would say a medium coverage. They're definitely still a low-waisted, but they just fit really nice. So in comparison, these were like maybe 2 inches shorter than these, so I'll make sure that this one is the full 22 inches that I need to be. Additionally, these are actually shaping up pretty well with my polka dot ones. Honestly, crochet bikinis are kind of extra difficult just because with your traditional bikini, you have spandex / rayon / nylon or whatever, so it's a more stretchy material, versus with crochet, you're literally dealing with the material itself, like how it would be if it didn't have any stretch. Now, I feel like something that a lot of people are always concerned about is like, will it be see-through? Number one, no, it will not be see-through. I'm using a 2mm hook. You literally can't see anything through this. I have no plans on lining my bikinis because I just never have. But yeah, this won't be see-through. And number two, it won't stretch out over time. Any stretching out that it does do will be intentional, because similar to these, I will be lining the entire thing with elastic just to make sure that it hugs your hips better. But yeah, in general, I'm making good progress. I probably have 2 or so more inches to do on the back here, and then I'm gonna have to revisit the front because I need to make sure that this side is decreasing as well. Hi, it is a day or so later. This is how much yarn I have left. I'm just gonna put this on my feet, and I've been working on the bikini bottom, making actually really good progress. I did in fact figure out what I'm going to do. So if you see right here, I have this extra bit of fabric. I'm basically just going fabric. Okay, sure. I have this extra little bit. I'm just going to fold it over and then string the yarn through on this back piece and do the same on the front piece. And then the tie situation will be very similar to the bikini bottoms that I was basing the fit off of. I do not recall if I already explained this, but yeah, I really love these bikini bottoms, and they do this thing where the front and the back piece are looped together by this like amount of string. And I was working on these thinking about how I was going to do the tie, and I was like, wait a second, that kind of eats. So I'm going to be duplicating that. I'm honestly pretty close to finishing it. I cannot commit to finishing it today per se, but probably pretty soon. Other things is, yesterday I like tried on this bikini top and everything. Love her, but then I was like, okay, I should probably try on this one. I don't think I ever showed this one. This is the second bikini top bralette sort of style situation that I will be selling. This is my favorite of the two, mostly because this one is so versatile. I feel like I'm not necessarily the type of girl that will wear a bralette as a top, but if you are said girl, this is a good option. I'll show you a picture of like the original design, which was in purple. Fun fact, the same purple that I used to make my purple pants. Like literally the same yarn. Anyways, there's a few fit issues you can probably notice in the picture, but the way I did the increase for, I guess, kind of like this arm section, it means that the first tie, the tie that connects like on your shoulder or whatever, is pretty jarring and it kind of cuts you in your armpit. So I want to see if I can do a gradual decrease or situation so that when you go to like tie this strap part together, it like just lays more flat. And I need to figure this out before I can finish the mint or even make progress on the mint top. So this is probably what I'll be working on today. I just have to find where I wrote down like my pattern for this, because it's literally perfect other than the fact that it cuts me in my armpit. So that's today's project. It's a little bit later. Well, a lot bit later. It's like 10 o'clock. But I've been making progress on reworking this bralette. I unraveled about 4 inches or so. I don't think if I mentioned, but for some reason I couldn't find my pattern notes for when I initially made this. Like I said, this was technically a remake, so I had the original notes, but not like this updated version. So I had to spend quite a bit of time like backtracking and like trying to write down as best as I could what steps I could have possibly taken. But I think we're good now. I think I should be able to get the straps to the right length and like the right thickness and everything. But anyways, something I'm actually really excited about is because I tried out this kind of like scalloped decrease situation for the bikini bottoms. I was thinking that scallop sort of decrease should also work on the bralette, and so far so good. I'm thinking potentially I'll probably have to do a few rows of just regular double crochet too. I don't think it's going to decrease to like the perfect amount, but that's honestly probably even for the best. So I'm probably only about 2 inches in, and I need to do at least 2 more inches to be right at 4 inches. So we'll see. Maybe I can do that tonight. I don't know. If you can't tell, the stitching on this is opaque, okay? Because the fact that I was very insistent that I did not want to line these bikinis or anything, I took the charge very seriously to make sure that my stitch, no matter what you did to it, what it is, you cannot see anything, okay? So just know that these might not be lined, but the sun is not even getting through this. So you don't know, you don't fully understand how disappointed I am. I fully finished this. I was about to film a clip of me like doing my try on. I was even thinking to myself, ooh, I should like put on a cute skirt, like make it a whole moment. And so I went to go put this on, and immediately I was like, why are my boobs doing that like uniboob thing? And that's the other thing. I was trying this on because I was like, oh, this one is so full coverage that like I would feel comfortable trying this on and potentially like showing you guys. Nothing was exposed, but the way my boobs were just like they were just like, so I already know the culprit. I knew the culprit while I was working on it. I was very aware that it could have been potentially an issue, and I was working on it while I was live, and I was like telling them about how I thought it would potentially be an issue, and how even just like stylistically I didn't love how it looked necessarily. And people were like, no, like I think it's fine, I think you're just tripping, whatever. Because you know me, I'm queen unravel. And so I was like, okay, you know, like maybe I am tripping, but I'm not tripping, because it was seriously affecting the functionality of the top. Essentially what was happening was I did this like interval decrease sort of situation, and after I did 1, 2, 3, 4, right, I initially had even gone up to 6, but then I was like, no, I feel like that's too in. So then I went to 5. And I was kind of, if you can see like this little jarring bit, I just kind of felt like potentially that was also going to be too much space, and I didn't like how this little bit was doing. So I was just kind of like thinking about what I would like to do about that. I couldn't really come to a good conclusion, so I just kept going. And when I tried it on, I realized that the issue was that, okay, so you can kind of see this bra that I have on underneath, and you see how it decreases directly into where the strap connects. Because this has like a little bit of proportion between the decrease and where the strap is, it wasn't actually supporting my chest. Like it wasn't really holding them up. It was like holding them up from like right here, but even with extra fabric. So just, it was not working. I'm slightly a little sad because I literally was so proud of myself because I made this in like one string. Like I didn't really have too many ends and things like that. So yeah, now I'm kind of starting not from 0, but I'm erasing quite a bit of progress. But such is life. Yeah, I guess I'll come back maybe round 2 tomorrow. I probably will really update, just because I mean there's not really too much to say other than this little hold up mess up sort of situation. I do actually really like the way that this decrease method is going. Like I said, I was kind of inspired by how I was decreasing for the bikini bottoms, but it was just slightly, I decreased a little bit too much. So yeah, I think I made it too high up. Like it was like I was trying to have as little cleavage as possible, but I probably went up a little bit too much. Actually, Where's my measuring tape? I'm going to measure how big the bra I have on currently is. Yeah, this one is like right at 6 inches ish, and it's probably at like 4 inches / 5 inches at its shortest amount. So I think I'm gonna make this 5.5 inches wide versus close to nearly 7 last time, and that should also help a bit. I don't know, ever so slightly disappointed, but such is life. On a side note, complete side note, me working on this has actually been very helpful because I've been really going back and forth about a second cardigan I might have mentioned that I want to make to match the purple pants and also potentially the yellow skirt. Potentially, I'm unsure about that one, but I was going back and forth about like the design of it, and I'm pretty certain on like the silhouette. I'm just trying to decide if I want it to be like a mesh double crochet stitch or if I want it to be just mesh. That's the final thing I need to decide. But yeah, we're putting some thought into that. I'm also trying to decide how cropped I want it to be. I'm thinking I don't really want it to be all that crop. I'm unsure. Not as cropped as my typical stuff, that's for sure. Ever so slightly longer. So yeah, let's fix this thing up, and hopefully next time you see me it'll be a try on, hopefully. And voila, the bikini top is done and it fits perfectly. I probably could stand to tie it better in the back, but it achieves everything that I wanted. It's not too like, it's not really too much on the cleavage. I feel like I can move around, and if you wanted to, for even better support, you could crisscross the back and then it would be perfect.